Hi, I'm Heather, and I'm having such a magical morning that I just really wanted to share it. And the Northeast Community Center played a big part of it, and so I just really wanted to tell the story. So I moved into the neighborhood over 3 years ago, and I think within about 6 months of moving here, I became a member of the Northeast Community Center. And the experience I had this morning was wildly, vastly different than my first many experiences there, and it helped me recognize really how huge the progress has been for me and my body in the past 3 years, and the depth of my gratitude for that space is immense. So I'll tell you the story. So I'm all happy clappy. I'm wearing I don't have my hand sweaters on right now. I'm kind of bummed about that. Anyway, I'm excited about my walk to the community center. I'm like, sweet, this is awesome. This is like a familiar experience where it's a beautiful day. I'm excited to be going to the community center. I'm going to go to a class. Like, I'm just jazzed. And Tina's the teacher, and I really love classes with Tina for so many reasons. I really love classes with Tina. So anyhow, I'm really excited. But I'm also a little anxious because I'm running kind of on an alternative timeline than I intended. Classes at 10:30. I like to be there about 10 minutes early. It's already like 10:35. Going anyway. I need this yoga class. Okay, so I'm going. I'm excited. I get to the door, and I take all of my outside stuff off. I have my shoes off. My phone is silenced. I'm ready to go in. And I have this huge anxious, like, oh shit, I'm walking in late. This is so disruptive. Maybe I shouldn't go. Wait a minute, no, fuck that shit. Okay, I can be quiet. I can go in. I need some yoga. I need some Tina. So I go in, I tiptoe. I get my mat and my blocks, and I go, and my second favorite spot's still available, even though I'm late. It's my second favorite spot, so I'm excited. And I sit down, and everybody's doing their thing, and I'm trying to center, and I look over, and I'm like, oh, it's not Tina. Oh, it's not Tina. And so I'm feeling all this disappointment. And then I look again and go, oh, but it's Claire. Oh my God, it's Claire. So I'm immediately excited again. These highs and lows like toddlers, right? This is what I get to experience now. So I'm excited. It's Claire. I haven't seen Claire in a long time. And I get all wiggly and start trying to settle in and, follow direction. And part of me goes back to, wow, how many classes have I done with Claire? Oh my God, I've done so many classes with Claire. What was my first class like? Oh, my first class with Claire felt like graduation to me. I remember doing that class and going, holy shit, I know I just heavily modified everything she did, and everybody else is doing all kinds of more shit than I was, but I did it. I was here. Whoa, that's amazing. And so for me to recognize like how big of a deal it was for me to have that graduation moment with Claire, I had to think, okay, so wait a minute, that wasn't by far my first class at the community center. So what was my first class at the community center? And this is when a lot of sadness started to come up in my body, and I started to realize, like, hey, I don't actually have to do exactly what Claire is saying right now. I'm gonna go into child's pose or something, because my body is getting really activated by trying to have this memory, as it is in this moment too. So I remember becoming a member, and it took quite a while for me to actually go to my first class, but it'd been on my calendar for a long time. I'd really been looking forward to it, but every day I would get to the time that I would need to leave, and I'm so tired, I can't get up today. That's too big of a new activity. I can't do that one today. But finally, it was the day that I could do it, that I have the strength, I have the energy, I'm going to walk the 4 blocks, I'm going to go to this Tai Chi class. It was like a 10:30 on a weekday. I arranged my whole schedule around being able to go to this class because that's what I had to do. I measured the amount of energy I had in spoonfuls at that time. So this experience was going to take many spoonfuls. So I got all dressed up, cozied up, walked over, took a lot of breaks. I finally get there, a little bit late. I walk in and there's already people there. It hasn't started yet, thank God. and people are getting chairs out. And I'm like, wow, why are people getting out chairs? I've Tai Chi with chairs. And then I almost like started to cry with gratitude and joy and gratefulness and appreciation, because I was actually starting to feel like, God, am I able to do this class? Like, it took so much energy just to get here. Can I do this class? And then when I see they're getting chairs out, oh, I'm not going to be the only one if I'm using a chair because I'm afraid I'm going to fall over. There's lots of other people using chairs. It doesn't matter that they're like 25, 30 years older than me. We've all taken a different journey to get here. My journey is, right now, I am not sure I can stand long enough to do these exercises, but I'm here and I want to do them. And so I did, and I felt like all the pain in my body, and from a different perspective, and around other people. And I noticed how they moved, and how some of them winced in the kind of the same way I winced, or breathed loudly in the same way I did. And some of them sat down, and then I went, oh, okay, that's on the menu. I can sit down if I need to. And that was, I went to that class quite a few times. And then when I felt ready, I looked for another class that was like an extremely gentle yoga class. And I had been practicing yoga at home, super modified, 10 minutes or so at a time. Maybe I'd worked up to 20 minutes at that time. And I started going to really gentle yoga classes. And today, the contrast. The contrast is that I am 47 years old. I am healthier than I've ever been in my life. I have more strength and stamina than I did as a teenager. I have more body awareness than I have ever had. I have I almost have ripped abs. They're there. Like, I'm starting to see them. And it's just from consistently showing up for myself and doing yoga so much, and sometimes going to a class, and sometimes it's dance, and sometimes it's hiking, and sometimes it's something else, but yeah, that's a lot for me to hold right now, to like recognize that difference in about 3 years. Like nearly not being able to walk the 4 blocks so that I could use a chair to help myself balance, to do heavily modified Tai Chi, which is something I was familiar with and really enjoyed multiple times throughout my life. And then today, I got to feel every muscle in my body in such a completely different way. And it's joyful and exciting. And I have a full day ahead of me, and I am really fucking excited about it. And I've already had a full day filled with just beautiful, radically pleasurable experiences. And so that is a piece of how the Northeast Community Center played such an important role in my journey from severe illness, recovery, pleaser, to pleasure. So now, I'll reintroduce myself. Hi, I'm Heather, and I'm a radical pleasurist. I hope you have a radically pleasurable day, because I know I will. Love you, bye.